Good morning. I hope that y'all are doing well. I know it's a little bit late. I hope that if you're here, if you see me, please make a comment. I just went through everything once already, and I don't think that the live actually kicked in. So I'm late, and I got a lot of good information for you, though. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd. If you are here and you do see me, please make a comment so that I can see that. I should have known by the fact that there weren't any comments while I was talking to you all a little bit ago. It looks like, it says that it's running right now. So hopefully you can see me. The first item, we do have a city commission meeting tonight at 6 o'clock at City Hall. I hope that you can come there. Our most exciting thing on the agenda tonight is the Citizens Academy graduation. We have 24 graduates this year. So they start the Citizens Academy in September, kind of the middle of September, and then it's every week. They come on Monday. Good morning. Sue, I'm so glad that you put a comment there, because I literally did my whole coffee chat once already. So this is take two. So it's great to see that it seems to be working now. So we have 24 candidates, or 24 graduates for the Citizens Academy, and I've met some of them. They go around to the different departments. Good morning, Stacy. And learn a little bit about how the city functions, about what each department does. Hey, good morning, Karen. I'm a half an hour late so that you could see me live. I appreciate it. They really got a lot out of it, and I think that they're excited to be graduating. I heard from our staff that it was a great class, and everybody was really involved, really interactive, and really paid a lot of attention and learned a lot of stuff about the city. It's a great program. It starts in September each year, so look, kind of in the middle of summer is when registration for it opens up. So if you're interested in doing Citizens Academy, watch for it next summer. Another item on the agenda is our biosolids facility out at the wastewater treatment plant. Many of you probably, if you've been to Citizens Academy, you certainly know this. Our wastewater treatment plant takes the biosolids, so the solid materials out of the wastewater, and dewaters that material, and then puts it in pellets, and we sell that through a second party or a third party as fertilizer to be used around the country. It's called Largrow, and we've been doing that since 1977. The challenge is that the processor for dewatering and pelletizing the solids from our wastewater treatment plant is from 1977. It had a pretty major overhaul in the late 90s, but at this point it's impossible to find. It's very difficult to find parts for that machinery. We've had to custom fabricate or have parts custom fabricated. So we're talking tonight about maybe hiring an outside firm to take that the sludge from the treated wastewater, take it off site, dewater it. They're going to end up doing the same thing, so it'll still go to beneficial reuse. We just don't have to rebuild. I forget the cost estimate on rebuilding that pelletizer, but it's significant. We think that it might be a more efficient to hire somebody to do it off site. So it also will free up a little bit of space in the wastewater treatment area. So we'll be talking about that tonight. We're also going to be looking at hiring a design firm for the Public Works Master Plan. Public Works, if you don't know, is over near Largo Middle School, and it's about 10 acres. So you've probably seen the fire tower out there where they do some fire training out in that Public Works complex. So there's a lot of different uses for that site. We have a cell tower that we rent out in that site for cell phone service, and then Public Works, of course, uses it. We have a fueling station for a lot of city vehicles there. So we've got a firm that's going to look at that entire 10 acres so we can plan for the future. Whether I think we're considering moving our parks department offices over there, possibly police in the future, certainly some expanding public works capacity. So how that's all going to look in the future is going to be designed for us by professionals that will take a look at it. So and of course they'll talk to everybody involved and the public works people as well. We also have, we'll be considering joining the Tampa Bay Estuary Program. The Tampa Bay Estuary Program has invited the city of Largo to be a member. So that we would join cities, a couple cities, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, and those are the other cities. And then all of the counties that touch Tampa Bay, including Pasco County. So Pasco, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Manatee counties are all members. The estuary program has been around since the 1990s, I think 1991. And it came out of the, they do great work. It came out of the National Estuary Programs, and their sole purpose is to protect and preserve the quality of the water in Tampa Bay and the surrounding estuary. So we've been in that business for a long time. The city has, and we were one of the first advanced wastewater treatment plants because a lot of that treated wastewater goes out into Old Tampa Bay. We're eliminating that surface water discharge in the next couple of years. And thanks in part to money that the Tampa Bay Estuary Program gave us, almost $500,000 for that project. So they've asked us to sit at the table. I think there's going to be a small cost. I think it's presented as $15,000 a year, and considering they gave us $500,000 this past year, it's paid for itself for a little while. But it will also in the future give us I would say more direct access and more likelihood that we can do some really beneficial projects that help us enhance the water, not only Tampa Bay side, but also intercoastal St. Joseph Sound side. So it'll be a good thing. I hope that, oh man, too low FPS. So hopefully you guys can still see me. I'm having some internet issues tonight, I guess. I'm going to have to check on the paving on Keene Park Drive. I know that's in the CIP. I think it's supposed to be done this year, but I'll find out for sure, Gabriel. Let me write that down. So we're going to be considering joining the Tampa Bay Estuary Program, and that'll be. I think that our staff will give a presentation, but also some folks from the Estuary Program will be there if any of the commissioners have any questions. So we also are looking at some fee schedule changes for Parks and Recreation. This is something that was brought to the City Commission at a work session. I'll get to the bathroom in a second, Gabriel. It's on the agenda tonight, actually. The fee schedule mostly is a cleanup of some things. I'll give you an example. If somebody's having a wedding and they're renting the Parkview room, we didn't have a set price. It was, you rent the room, the chairs are this, the tables are this, staff and if a bartender. It was just like you had to piecemeal. It was really cumbersome for our staff as well as the bride and groom that was there trying to figure it out, right? So now they've put together some packages. Like you can get the Carnation package, which includes a 2-hour wedding and soup to nuts, whatever. So it's a lot more clear for our staff and a lot easier for our customers as well. So it's a good thing. Another example that's on the fee schedule changes is ticket handling fees. So if a third party is having an event at I'll get to that in a second. Gigi, thank you. If a third party is having an event and we're selling tickets at our box office, we take a couple dollars to help us pay for the staffing at the box office. We've been doing that for a while, but it hasn't been real standardized. and this will make it a standard thing. So those are the fee schedule things. There's a couple others, but most of them are like that stuff that we've discussed at a work session, and they're really just clean up and make it easier and more clear, both to our customers and our staff. So let me see. Gigi asked about the elimination of property tax. I just read a really nice article this morning about everybody would love to see taxes go away, but there's no plan by the state to determine how they're going to offset the $18 billion deficit that it would create for local governments, counties, school boards, cities, fire districts, you name it. So it's a challenge. The other thing that I think is an issue is, the state says they have the money, but projections are that they're not going to have the money in the next couple years to help cities and counties continue to provide the services that our residents want. Services like police and fire, public safety, roadways, parks, recreation. These are locally funded. Our residents want this stuff, and I don't know how they're going to make up the deficit if property taxes go away. And the challenge is it would just transfer tax from homesteaded folks to renters, small businesses. There's a lot of challenges. I don't think that. Who knows what's going to happen? I think that Largo and the city of Bel Air, the city can't really take a stance one way or the other than to explain what it would do if property taxes went away, because the state doesn't allow us to advocate one way or the other. Now, people can, I can. Second bathroom at Central Park, it is still being built at Largo Central Park. There were some challenges getting some of the utilities there. So we just applied for an extension for the grant, the state grant that's going to pay for that, and it's on the agenda tonight in the consent docket. So it is still going to be there. They've got much of that infrastructure in place. We're just I think it's a fabricated off-site and then kind of dropped on a slab. So it should, when it actually gets there, it should come pretty quickly. So that brings me to events, which is there's a lot of events in the next coming couple weeks leading up to Christmas. So let's take a look. This Wednesday, over at Ulmer Park in downtown. Why is I guess the question is why for the current bathroom? It's going to add capacity is the biggest reason, and you're right. The current bathroom needs a renovation, and that's let me look. I'm not sure when that's going to be scheduled. We've been focused on bringing this additional bathroom in, but I'll find out what the plan is for the current bathroom. But you're right, it does need a renovation. So the first event is Wednesday, tomorrow night, over at Ulmer Park. We have a Sensory Santa. I think they might be calling it Sensitive Santa. It's basically a sensory-friendly experience for kids with special needs, like autism or other sensory sensitivities. And so these kids might not be able to go into Largo Central Park where there's thousands of people and a lot of crazy stuff going on and lights and flashing. And this is a much more subdued environment, and it's a lot more comfortable for those parents to bring those kids to Ulmer Park to see Santa. So that's tomorrow night. It's 6 to 8. It's free of charge over at Ulmer Park. And then this Saturday at 6 o'clock, Largo Central Park tree lighting the tree lighting is at 6 o'clock. The event starts at 5. So there'll be, I know Totaro's always on stage there doing amazing dance stuff. So there's a bunch of entertainment, etc. But the tree lighting is right at 6 o'clock. We'll do a countdown and we'll light the tree. But it does start at 5. So get there early because parking gets a little crazy on the weekends over there. This Friday from 7 to 9 is the Death by Chocolate. It's Largo Rotary Club's fundraiser. It's their annual Death by Chocolate event. It really kicks off the holidays in Largo. I think it's, I think it's like the 32nd year. But that fundraiser, which is hosted by the Rotary Club, raises money to support kids in and around Largo. They do stuff like they sponsor the adaptive swim team, which is the Special Olympic swim team that trains out of Southwest Rec. We help pay for that program for them. The Rotary Club sponsors the Ridgecrest Elementary Girls and Pearls, which is a youth leadership program hosted there at Ridgecrest Elementary. Starlink utility vehicles. I don't know. Seen Starlink. So I'm not sure. I'll ask what Starlink might be doing over there. Let me write this down. There was a question about Rosary Road and that project. It's a community street project, so the road is being redone. Largo is way better than we used to be at. If we're looking at redoing a road, we also replace the stuff that needs to be replaced in the near future underneath the road. Back 15 or 20 years ago, we'd repave a road, put a new road in, and then a potable water line underneath would pop, and we'd have to tear the road up that's brand new so the county could replace the potable water line. So now some of these roadway projects take a little bit longer than they used to because we're waiting on other utilities, county water, even cable and that type of stuff. Usually that's off of the right of way, but or off of the roadway, still in the right of way. But our sewer system and that type of stormwater, all those things, we don't want to have to be tearing up a brand new road. But I'll find out what's going on with Starlink over there. I'm not really sure. So Friday, Death by Chocolate, all that money goes to kids in and around the area. The tickets are $20, I believe. And they usually sell out. For the last several years, they've sold out. So don't wait until Friday to buy your tickets. A, because it'll cost you $5 more on the day of, and B, you might not be able to get tickets. So they're $20. Find somebody. You can buy them online or at the box office as well. $20, and it's basically a chocolate tasting event with champagne and live entertainment. Yeah, it's a great event. Hope to see you there. So, December 4th, which is Thursday this week, we have a signing Santa. So the 3rd is Sensory Santa, and the 4th is Signing Santa at Ulmer Park. That's for deaf or hard of hearing children. So the Santa will be fluent. Well, Santa is of course fluent in American Sign Language, but he'll be there. And that event is for deaf or hard of hearing kids that want to see Santa and communicate with them. So that's cool. Also on the 4th at Largo Central Park, we have Paws and Claws. So that's a 6 to 8 over at Largo Central Park. You can bring your pup, bring your dog, and have them get a photograph with Santa. I think it's $5 for the photo, but all that money goes to benefit the Fluff Rescue. So that's this Thursday, December 4th at Largo Central Park, Paws and Claws. Now, also, if you can't make it this Thursday, next Thursday, we're going to have tail wagging pics with Santa. Same exact thing. Santa's going to be there. Santa's cool with dogs, and it's $5. All the money there goes to Project Pup, which is another organization that helps find homes for pups. I'm gonna segue onto Barbara's question here. Man, my battery, it's plugged in, and my battery just said it's going low. So if I cut out, that's it. The old dump off of Pine Street. I don't know if it's an old dump. I know they've stored a lot of dirt there. It's in the county. It's not in the city, so I don't have access to what the plans are. I've heard all kinds of things. I know they're looking at doing something, but it is outside of the city limits, so we don't know. Let me see. December 20th is the, oh, well, let me see. I think I skipped ahead. The tree lighting. Train weekend is this weekend. It's just a regular train weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Something cool that we're doing is we have movies under the lights on Sundays at 6 o'clock. The movie starts right around 6. It usually goes about 2 hours. The 7th, so this Sunday, is Deck the Halls. The 14th is Jingle All the Way. And December 21st is my favorite, Home Alone. And that's free. It's Sundays, 6 to 8. It's usually a little bit quieter on Sunday afternoons. It's a great time to get outside, enjoy the beautiful weather, see the lights, and watch a cool Christmas movie. So that's the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st. You can get more information on the city's website. On December 20th is the Old-Fashioned Christmas Parade in downtown Largo. This parade's been going on for, I think, about 20 years. It's a old-fashioned Christmas parade on the brick streets in downtown. It's just a 1-mile loop. It's Girl Scout troops and local businesses. It's a great little parade. This year, I think the Rotary Club is helping to host it for the 3rd year in a row. And we had the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile contacted us and said, hey, they're going to be in town. They'd love to be in our parade. So I think they're going to be in the parade as well. So that's at noon on December 20th, which is a Saturday. And then the same day, if you really want to kick off the holiday spirit, the Nutcracker will be showing at Central Park Performing Arts Center at 2 o'clock, and then again at 7, and then again on Sunday at 2 o'clock. I know there's still tickets available for some of those shows, and it's legit ballet. It's a great rendition of the Nutcracker. I hope that you can go see it at Central Park Performing Arts Center. Also, on the weekends going forward from the 12th through the 21st, there will be Rudolph Limited Railroad. So they have a special train trips where the contribution helps pay for the railroad through the year. It's a fundraiser for the railroad, and that's on the weekends, December 12th through 21st. You can go see the lights on the train. It's pretty cool. Most importantly, probably for some of y'all, trash pickup changes during the holidays. Christmas is on a Thursday, so both residential and commercial pickup that's usually scheduled on Thursday will move forward to Wednesday. Same thing for January 1st, which is New Year's Day. That's a Thursday. If your pickup is supposed to be on Thursday, it's going to move to Wednesday. So if your normal trash pickup is on Monday and Friday, no changes. The only changes from Thursday, all those services, both commercial and residential, will move to Wednesday. I've had a lot of people. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you. We're going to miss you this year, man. A lot of people have asked me about Horizon on our tentative move-in date. Everybody's excited to get over there. I think that will be moving over in the beginning of the year, in January, probably second, third week. We want them to be done with everything. They're working on punch list stuff, and they've done an amazing job. It's beautiful. It's going to be a great place for our employees to work. We just have to get them done with the punch list. And I think that'll happen mid-January. We'll be moving in, and then we'll have a scheduled public ribbon cutting a little bit later, probably in February or March. So watch for that, though. We'll make sure everybody knows about it. It'll be a cool event. I'm excited for our employees to get in there, and I'm excited for everybody to see it. It's amazing. My next coffee chat is on December 16th. That's in person over at Acropole. So December 16th, that's at 8:30 in the morning. Come and join me in person if you can. I've got a couple questions that you guys have asked me that I didn't know the answer to. Keene Park paving, and then when that current bathroom at Largo Central Park is being refurbished. Mike, we miss you too, man, and I hope that you guys have, if I don't see you before Christmas, have a wonderful holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate, and hope that you have a great time with your family over the next couple weeks, and hope to see you soon. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm City Manager John Kirk. Have you ever wondered why Largo invests in certain projects? Sometimes it's improvements to infrastructure, like enhancing ways to get around Largo or increasing stormwater drainage. Other times it's community spaces, like the revitalization of Southwest Pool, or it may be improving public safety with modernized fire stations and equipment. The reason behind these decisions? Largo's strategic plan. The new Vision 2030 strategic plan builds on the previous plan's foundation, guided by Largo's values and shaped by thousands of community voices. Residents, businesses, and city team members all helped shape this plan through surveys, community conversations, and more. Vision 2030 helps departments prioritize initiatives, aligns with the city's budget, and guides long-term investments by focusing on 4 key areas: sustainability and resilience, building a resilient community that preserves our natural environment; public health and safety, ensuring our community is safe and informed; community pride, building a sense of belonging through spaces, events, and connections; and organizational excellence, investing in the team members and systems that serve our community every day. Together, we're charting a course towards a stronger, more vibrant Largo, and Vision 2030 is our roadmap. Learn more and explore the full plan at largo.com/strategic plan. Here's a closer look at the initiatives that the Vision 2030 strategic plan aims to implement in the coming years. Sustainability and resilience means preserving our environment and reducing resource consumption, strengthening Largo's ability to adapt to environmental challenges, and supporting a community where residents and businesses can thrive. When we talk about public health and safety, we mean making Largo a place where people feel safe and can stay active and healthy, and can rely on strong infrastructure and emergency services that are ready to respond when it matters most. Community pride means creating a city where people feel connected. Neighborhoods are vibrant and welcoming, and everyone has access to services and experiences that make them proud to live in Largo. And when we say organizational excellence, we mean building a workplace where team members feel valued, supported, and empowered to deliver superior service, grow their skills, and help make Largo even better every day. The community-inspired Vision 2030 strategic plan is the why behind what we do. We hope you'll explore the full plan and stay connected at largo.com/strategic plan.
My name is LaRon Roberts. I'm a solid waste driver for the city of Largo. My role is I'm what they call a claw truck driver. So we drive around picking up bulk items. So anything that doesn't fit in your trash can, we're the ones that pick it up. Refrigerators, cabinets, dressers, couches. I got diagnosed in 2019 by my doctor running regular lab tests. And he saw that my kidney functions were off. And then you know how they do, they ordered more tests, and then eventually they determined that I had a genetic disease and that my kidneys were starting to fail. And so yeah, in 2023, they called me up one day, said, "We got lab work, doesn't look too good, come to the hospital." And that's when they put me on dialysis. I had to have surgery. That the day they called me to the hospital and they admitted me, they had to put a port in my stomach. And what it is that every night I hook up to this machine, and then in the morning, the theory is that it got all the toxins out of you. They don't make it easy getting on the transplant list. I've been trying for almost 2 years now. I finally last month got on the list. And that means that now I'm able to receive a kidney. I go through Tampa General, and they have you go to their website, the Live a Donor Program, and what it is that you can call them, and if you want to be a donor, they'll send out you a blood kit. You take that kit to either Quest or LabCorp. They'll test it and let you know if you're a match. So having a kidney would help me live a better life, so I can do more things with my kids, so I don't have to do 9 hours a night of dialysis. Because, you know, I work 10 hours a day. I get off at 5, get home about 5:30, and then at 8 o'clock I have to hook my machine up. So that only really gives me, what, 2.5 hours of time to rest before I have to be on that machine all night long. So, I mean, it's very challenging. Some days, you know, it's a struggle, but, you know, life happens, and, you know, I'll get through it, and hopefully when I get my kidney transplant, I'll have a better life. What gives me hope? To know that, because when I go to my doctor, I'm in the waiting room with other people with kidney disease, and I see that they have lived long lives, long, happy lives, and sometimes you talk to them because sometimes you're waiting there, you know, half an hour, 45 minutes to see the doctor, and they, you know, they tell you their stories and how they had kidney disease and they got a kidney transplant, and now they're doing well and they're living happy lives, and that this is only a temporary setback in your life, that it doesn't have to define you. It doesn't mean that this is over. Because when I first got diagnosed, you know how you go in that I'm gonna die kind of mindset, but then you realize and you start talking to people that no, this is not the end. Yeah, what gives me hope is knowing that there's other people out there with the same disease that have lived long, happy lives.